Does AI feel like this big, scary monster that's just lurking over you and your business? Well, you're not alone. It can absolutely seem overwhelming and even intimidating at first. But here's the trick. Instead of seeing AI as this gigantic beast, imagine shrinking it down into something small, like a tiny object in a petri dish. And suddenly, it doesn't seem that scary after all. It's something to observe and explore. So today in this video, I'm going to show you how to reframe your mindset about AI so that you can approach it with curiosity. And so you can take small steps and discover what's truly possible. So let's get started. It's no wonder that AI feels completely overwhelming. Every headline, everything that we see seems to be printing a do or die situation. Master AI, or pretty much you're out of business. Now, eventually, as technology evolves, we have to, make sure that we evolve with the technology. Anything from AI is taking over the world, everything's going to be run by robots. These messages create fear, making AI seem like this massive, uncontrollable force, which we do know there's a huge change happening, but the way that it's positioned is creating more fear inside of our minds because it's all this uncertainty, which, I want to say that there's elements of truth, but at the end of the day, AI is really just a tool and it's here to assist you. So the trick is being able to shift that perspective and really, looking or starting with curiosity instead of fear. So I want to reframe AI, or this AI monster, because I want to show you what I've got on my board here. This is actually the AI monster, and say this is you. This is what feels overwhelming. It feels fearful. It's looking down on you. Now imagine if you were able to take this and shrink it down into something tiny. So something that, fits inside a petri dish. So let me show you what I mean. This is going to be a larger version, but inside here you've got your petri dish. I might as well put a little face on here. And the monster, instead of being so overwhelming over you, you've got this monster that now is smaller. It's inside this petri dish. Now, this really, instead of the feeling of overwhelmed, you can actually observe it first, and you can look at it and you can learn about it. And, this mindset shift really is going to help you to take control. So you can decide what to do with AI, and it doesn't dictate all your actions. And another thing is it's going to help you to focus on discovery, like a scientist. You can experiment in a safe way. You can turn it around. You can play with it. And another thing is it's all about replacing this fear, the fear with curiosity. So this is fear and this is curiosity right here. So instead of, running from it, you start kind of asking, well, what can this do for me? Now, when you see AI as a tool to explore, instead of this big hairy monster or furry monster to fear, it's going to open up a whole new lot of possibilities for you. Now, to shrink this monster further, the way that we do this is to really start small. You maybe just want to look at something and learn about a new tool, but you don't have to dive in. Or if you decide, okay, I want to try maybe a simple prompt in ChatGPT and ask it something, and perhaps it's like, well, what are the 3 creative marketing ideas for my business? Or what are 3 creative marketing ideas for my business? And allow it to give you some information back. Maybe you'd like to test a workflow. So you want to use AI for a repetitive task. And so maybe it's like creating captions for a social media post, or maybe it's drafting an email. It's really starting small. And when you start small, you can observe the results. You can look at it, what it creates, and maybe it's not perfect, but it means that you're starting to learn something and you can tweak and you can start to refine. Because every small, step really does build confidence. And before you know it, that huge AI monster that's kind of just lurking around, well, it starts to feel more, of a helpful assistant. I certainly know when I first started using AI, I was like nervous too. But once I allowed myself to be curious, I discovered how AI could save me hours of work. It sparked a whole bunch of new ideas, and it even improved my workflows. So by testing and really playing, I realized how much time it saved and how much more creative I could be. So curiosity is the key to turning AI into a tool that will work for you. And so if AI feels like this big scary monster, try shrinking it down into the petri dish, approach it with curiosity, take small steps, and discover how it can help, not overwhelm you. Now, if you're part of the Agility Hub school community, I've uploaded a beginner's guide to taking those first steps with AI tools. So log in now to access the resource section and start to explore. If you're not a member yet, join us today and connect with others building confidence with AI. The link is available in the description. And if this video inspired you, hit the like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more tips.